Recall the formula for simple compounding. We take the principal times 1 plus the annual interest rate, and we raise that to the number of years. When we perform that calculation, we'll end up with the value we have in the end. Now, if we compound our interest continuously, then we have a slightly different formula, and it uses the exponential. So the value we end up with is the principal times the exponential raised to the annual interest rate times the number of years. So for example, you've got $1,000 and you invest it at an annual interest rate of 8%. Let's suppose you let the money sit for 5 years. If we compound our interest annually, let's see how much money we have. Plugging in 1,000 for the principal, 0.08 for the annual interest rate, and 5 for the number of years, we get $1,469.33. Let's do the same thing, but let's compound our interest monthly. So we have to do a slight amount of work before we can use our formula. First of all, we take that annual interest rate of 8% and we need to divide it by 12 for 12 months. We also need to take the number of years, which is 5, and multiply it by 12 months. We plug in our new interest rate and our new number of compounding periods into our original equation. So 1,000 times 1 plus 0.0067, and that gets raised to the 60th power, giving us $1,489.85. Instead, let's go ahead and compound our interest continuously. We'll use our new formula, PERT, plugging in 1,000 for the principal, plugging in 0.08 for the interest rate, and 5 for the number of years, and we get $1,491.82. So let's compare our work. When we compounded annually, we ended up with $1,469. Monthly, we ended up with basically an extra $20, and continuously added an extra $2 or so on top of that. So the moral of the story is, the more frequently we compound our interest, the higher the resulting value.